Post-scarcity is a movement that tries to imagine what life would be like if things can be produced essentially for free. If our technological advances are such that things become so cheap to produce that we can just give them away for free. Now, what would life be like if you didn't have to compete for material goods? What would you do all day if you didn't have to have a job? What would we spend our time doing? There are some wonderful science fiction writers who write books trying to imagine such a world. But we may be closer to such a utopia than we think. Now, post-scarcity is possible because we're moving to zero marginal cost. And that is a technical term to mean that things are becoming so cheap because an additional copy doesn't add to the price. And we all know this because this is what happened to music, what's happened to movies. In fact, old content can be digitized and become essentially free. The clip that you're watching has zero marginal cost. The online course has zero marginal cost. These are all examples of things which are digital. But this also applies to the non-digital world. We can make things incredibly cheaply. You could make a perfectly good watch for a couple of euros, and that's just as good as a watch that we would pay 100 euros or 1,000 euros for. Remember, the price is only because the exclusivity and because the symbolic consumption. We can think of a world where food, where material goods get produced so cheaply by machines and by software that they have zero marginal cost. We can think of factor 10 increases. There is a sense of technological abundance that we can create. And in fact, it seems that the thing that we're really worried about is what we would do in such a world. So think of a post-scarcity world. What would it be like to live in one? What would you do with your time? And perhaps we should just take that word post-scarcity and call it abundance.